All right, greetings, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, G.O.B.E family. Good morning, it's Kenny J with G.O.B.E Trade House. I want to welcome everybody to Coffee in the Morning with G.O.B.E. All right, we do this call every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., giving you motivation, inspiration, and strategy. All right, very excited to be on this morning. All right, especially coming off our live session last night. If you attended our live session last night and you were able to smash TP, okay, on trade 13 and 14 with the run up the bag challenge, let's go ahead and drop some dollar signs in the chats, guys. Let's start with some dollar signs in the chats for the snipers. Did a great job last night. Hawking the charts, marking up the charts on Australian versus the Canadian dollar and Australian versus the Japanese. Okay, we're going to have some trade reviews on those shortly, but those are some great calls, okay? Those are some great calls. So currently right now we're 12 out of 14 trades on the run up the bag challenge. Okay, so we have about 16 more trades to go. So we're going to be hawking up the charts, continuing that challenge tonight, guys. So last night was a really good session, great energy. Thank you for everybody for attending. So make sure you go ahead and attend tonight as we keep the ball rolling, continuing our compound challenge, all right? So guys, we've got a pretty cool call this morning. Okay, so but before we get started, as usual, we want to see if we have any new people in the house right now. All right, so if you're just now getting started inside of G.O.B.E Trade House, or if this is your first time on our Coffee in the Morning with G.O.B.E call, let's go ahead and get a 111 in the chat right now. Go ahead and drop a 111 in the chat if you're just not getting started, or if this is your first time on a Coffee in the Morning with G.O.B.E. You got Nicole, Tammy, welcome. Orlando, 7, perfect. It's okay. We're gonna take care of you. 7, the second time is good. Orlando, okay. Anybody else? Go ahead and drop a 111 in the chat. All right, perfect. So G.O.B.E Trade House, you know how we do. Let's go ahead and shower some positive energy, roll out the red carpet for our new members. Type welcome in the chat. Feel free to unmute yourself, scream welcome. Welcome everybody to our family. Welcome everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome to the family.
Congratulations
for taking the first step towards your financial freedom.
Freedom.
Welcome to the club.
Absolutely. Welcome. Okay, we're glad to have you as part of our financial fraternity and sorority. Okay, understand you do not just join a business, you join a brotherhood and sisterhood. We practice group economics by way of Forex education, trade signals sent out by our sniper analyzers, and services in our trade community. Okay, the reason why we do that is because we know how it felt when most of us got started. Most of us, when we first got started, the trade community screamed at us, welcomed us. And that started, it was the catalyst to build relationships inside of this business. And those relationships are now turning into brotherhoods and sisterhoods. And also it's turning into financial gains and self-development gains just for networking with people inside of this group. Okay, so we got your back. All right, you're in a group now of like-minded people who are on the same path, who have the same common purpose. And I always say 90% of your success or failure is going to come from the environment that you're in. So just for all the new people, my best piece of advice for you is to try your best to attend Coffee in the Morning with G.O.B.E as much as possible. If you can attend it live, that's always great, but we do repost the replays inside of your back office under the Coffee with G.O.B.E section. It's going to allow you to stay close to the fire and inside of G.O.B.E Trade House, okay? So you know everything that's going on. And plus, you never know what you're going to hear on these calls. It's a paradigm shifting call, okay? Hour-long a day, get inspired, get motivated, and then try your best to attend at least one live session a day because those hours compound, okay? One live session a day is only an hour. That's 7 hours a week of chart time, at least 28 hours a month of chart time. So imagine 3 to 6 months or a year where you will be as far as chart time with the snipers and with the trade community. You'll be really far along and you'll be a really good trader. We watch it happen all the time. So again, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. And let's continue to keep building generational wealth for our family and accomplish our goals of financial freedom. All right, glad to have you on board. All right, so I have a pretty cool announcement. There's a slight adjustment we're going to make here inside of G.O.B.E with one of our sessions here, and we're going to talk about it here in a moment. But before we do, we definitely want to start off the call with a couple trade reviews because it's important. If you win a trade, you want to also know why you want to trade. Otherwise, it just feels like you gambled. If you just did a copy and a paste, right, and you made money, you're going to say, okay, I made the money, and you're not going to go back and necessarily check it. Okay. And then you don't really bring your game too much forward. Yeah, you made money, your bank account got bigger, but don't you want to know why your bank account got bigger, right? So that's how you actually become a good trader, step by step, learning why you want to trade or even why you lost the trade. And sometimes you actually learn more in your losses than you do in your wins. But last night we happened to win. So, and one of our brothers was the one who initially marked it up, and we double back tested, and it was definitely a good trade. So I'm gonna start it off with our brother Vincent, who caught our AJ trade last night. He's gonna give us a quick trade review. Vincent, how you feeling this morning, brother?
Feeling wonderful, wonderful. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
All right, hold on. Had to put some tunes on this morning.
Let's
I
go.
hear that.
Yeah, I hear it really low.
Hold on. I always have problems when I'm switching over. All right. All right, so as y'all know, I had to redeem myself from the other day because G.O.B.E did us dirty. You dig what I'm saying? I was mad about that. Make sure we bounce back. Y'all know about that.
Get down on it.
Get down on it. Hey, my daddy used to play this all the time. I grew up on this. Where we at? But this is the pair. Can y'all hear me good?
It's just a little loud.
All right, thank you. Turn it down. How's that? Is that good?
Perfect.
All right, perfect. All right, I don't want to hold it up. But as we can see right here, this is the 4-hour chart, and we can see that this pair right here is in a bullish uptrend. So I had already had this marked up, so we're just gonna go ahead to the hour chart to see what we see. And right now it's actually still pushing. It's just funny, it's just still pushing. So let me open up my markup. So this is what I had marked up. It was pretty much trending in between my major support and resistance right here on the I marked this up on the monthly. So it's been respected. It's a strong area of support resistance. And this is a minor level. And right here is another strong major level. So right now price is once it reached here, it's just been bouncing off this major level, coming back down, hitting this minor level of support. Same thing here, back down. And then as you can see, this trend that I set on it is a 4-hour trend. So it's a very strong trend. It's been bouncing off of it. And as you can see, it's just been getting smaller and smaller coming up in here. So what I wanted to see, as we see right here, the different confluences that made me want to get in this trade. One, as we can see, it created a double bottom here. All right, created a double bottom, so that's one. And then right here, as you can see, my EMAs are crossing. So I use the 14 and the 8 EMAs, and this color changing one is the 50. So price not only right here, it came in, you see my EMAs crossing, so that's one confluence. Then price right here, as you can see, came and closed above my 50 and my 9 and my 14 EMA. But last night, as you can see this area of consolidation right here, as my brother Joe pointed out, he wanted us to wait. See me, like I said, I have a problem sometimes with jumping in things a little too soon. So I had jumped in this trade like down here somewhere, but I'm glad we waited and it ended up going our way. But anyways, price came up as we wanted. We waited for it to break this minor level. It didn't even really give us a retest. I mean, it just kept pushing. I think this probably did come down a little bit and then just pushed on up. And as you can see, well, this is where I had my stop loss, my take profit at. So if you held this trade from last night and maybe put a trailing TP, you would still be in profit, and it's even continuing to go, as we can see right here. But right here, let's see. we smashed 10 pips easy. So this right here was a 10 pip move. And if you would have kept it, it reached this next level where I said I thought it was going to go to 83, right here, 8,300. And it actually smashed that as well. And now I'm looking at it now because it just broke my 4-hour trend, and I was waiting on the next candle to retest, but it's such a strong bullish move that it's continuing to push up, and I actually think it's going to keep continuing to push up to my monthly level right here. But I just want to show y'all that this is what I got for AJ. It was a great trade. We caught this double bottom, it broke out, and we caught 10 pips on it, and if you held it, like I said, you caught even more. So my fellow snipers, I don't know if y'all want to continue to look at this, we might be able to continue to eat on it, but that's what I got for AJ, man.
Hey, first of all, this was a really jamming trade review. I appreciate that. It's second of all, great call, brother. And I do see that there's a breakout happening out of that channel. So it's looking strong and bullish. So if it gives us a pullback and a retest, we might be able to get in, give us a nice buy signal, but we do need to analyze that, because if it's not slowing down, we might have to catch that. So after the call in the sniper chat, we'll go ahead and check that out, man. But great chart work and good trade review.
Yeah, great markup as well. Patience equal profits, and you see the big profits that was made. I do like this to continue going up to at least 84.40. I think that was the next level of resistance. I just glanced at. So yeah, keep an eye on this. We'll definitely be looking at this more. I think it might retrace some, but good markup and good setup for possible continuation.
Yeah, I think, look at that. That's 90 pips right there. I think it's actually going to hit this level right here, and if it continues, I think it's going to reach this major level right here, 85. So that could be 2 TP levels we have, but yeah, let's keep it moving, y'all. I'm glad we went on that. Let's keep it going.
Let's go. Drop some $signs in the chat for Vincent. Great call, right? Great call. Trade number 13. One smash. Over 90% for the month so far, 12 out of 14 for the sniper team and for G.O.B.E Trade House. All right, so we're going to continue, guys. We're going to continue. Okay, put the positive money-making vibes out there as we continue our challenge. Okay, so we won another trade last night. A markup our brother John Paul was putting together on AUD-CAD. John Paul is currently, I don't think he's on right now, but our brother Jordan Rosario has his back. He's going to do a quick trade review on that pair, and let's see what happened on that pair and what's currently happening. Jordan, how you feeling this morning?
Hey, I'm doing well, Kenny. How are you? How is everyone doing? My sniper family, my 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 figure earner family. Hope we're all feeling blue, and not blue because we're sad, but blue because we have made some money on the charts last night. So let's not beat around the bush. Let's take a look at AUD-CAD. So my circle right here is where we entered on this particular trade right here. Now, the one thing I liked about calling out AUD-CAD is I was focusing on this particular trend line because it was in the middle of our mini ascending price channel that we were creating since about April 9th. And I was also following this particular mini descending trend line over here that was broken during this mini ascending run right here. Now, the other thing that I was also wanting to make sure that I took a look at, as we could see that this particular support and resistance line right here was respected once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times already. And if we were going to get into a buy trade, we definitely wanted to make sure that price broke this particular support and resistance zone. So we not only did we see this price break this particular support and resistance zone, but initially got up to this trend line right here. However, we as a sniper team wouldn't have felt comfortable until we got this retest, which before we took out that trade, AUD-CAD completed its retest right here before moving forward. And we got in this particular trade on this candle after this retest right here and after price broke this particular trend line. And then from there, we had a little bit of a slight drawback, at least towards our 10 EMA on the 15-minute before price surged back And ultimately, we were able to close this particular trade within an hour of it being called. And if you were still in this particular trade, well, yeah, that's a lot of pips. So it's about 71 pips right there. And the way I see AUD CAD going, let me see here. I mean, it's definitely broke. I would say we definitely have some room to go before my daily support resistance line right here of about 0.97200. So us as a sniper analyzer team are definitely going to keep our eyes out on AUD CAD because there's definitely a potential for another buy call to arise out of AUD CAD pretty soon, especially during the Asian trading session or some point during the afternoon today. So it was a great call on AUD CAD, and I'm definitely looking forward to our next opportunity with this pair.
Absolutely, Jordan. Great trade review, brother. He's dropped some dollar signs in the chat. Our brother John Paul's not on, but he initially did these markups and we double backed it. And again, sometimes we don't get the trade right on the call. The only time we'll call a trade right on the call is if we can get that sniper entry point, because in G.O.B.E Trade House, we do not force trades. We want to make sure all of our confirmations match. We get a few of our analyzers to say, all right, let's run it. And then we'll get into that trade on the call. But in reality, more than likely, a lot of our entry points are going to come after the call. And this is 2 trades that came after the call. So when you're on the call, you're able to see what we're looking at, how we're looking at it, okay, and why we're going to enter that trade when the entry point comes. And when it comes out, just stay tuned afterwards, because a lot of what you'll notice, guys, is that the Asian session is really a great time to set up pairs before the London, because the London session is when a lot of these pairs really start to move, or when you start in the Asian session starts to end and the London session is just now starting to begin, these pairs will start to move. Okay, so it's the perfect time to set up, but a lot of our solo alerts will come out after. So there was 2 that came out after. That's a great example of being patient and making profits. Okay, so again, 12 out of 14 on the run up the bag challenge. All right, let's just keep this rolling. 16 more trades to go to complete the challenge. So everybody should be sitting pretty nice right now. All right, and we're going to continue to do that within G.O.B.E Trade House. I'm going to show you guys 2 things. Okay, number 1, I showed everybody this last night. I have to show it because I'm very excited about it. Have you guys seen my G.O.B.E coffee mug? Coffee with G.O.B.E mug? Okay, this is the coffee with G.O.B.E mug. I realized on the website, they actually send you 2. They send you a big one and they send you a small one. So I didn't know I was going to get 2 coffee with G.O.B.E mugs on the website. So this is pretty cool right here. I want to show you guys this inside of the store. I ordered a whole bunch of G.O.B.E apparel. It is now starting to come in. Also, this G.O.B.E sweater that just came in as well is knitted. It's really cool. All right, it's a hoodie. All right, so we're getting a lot of G.O.B.E apparel to market ourselves when we're in Miami and just in general. Okay, so definitely want to rep your frat, rep your sorority. All right, go ahead and grab some G.O.B.E apparel for yourself. So when people ask you what it is, you can point them to your website and get them inside of our trade community. But especially if we're going to Miami, there's still time to get at least that Miami shirt, and we got 10% off. Okay, right now with the promo code G.O.B.E 10% off in the store. So now every day you guys will see my G.O.B.E Trade House mug. I wanted to show you guys that. All right, so now let me go ahead and give you guys our announcement for this morning. So I was talking to our sniper team, and so we have the London session that has been going on for some time now. All right, the London session, although it's a really good session, at this point in time, we're not getting enough volume on the London session to continue the London session long-term right now. So what we're going to do right now, guys, especially the London session is late. A lot of our snipers are on the East Coast, so it's usually around 2 a.m. Okay, sometimes leading to around 3 a.m. in the morning. All right, and waking up in the morning to start doing everything we're doing, looking at the charts, back testing trades, getting on coffee in the morning with G.O.B.E and things like this. Okay, the London session right now, it's not getting enough support. It's not getting enough volume, right? We're getting a few people on that session. And so what we want to do, guys, we're going to make an adjustment on the London session. I think this is going to be a very exciting adjustment temporarily. All right, Go.B Trade House is about to have a big boom within these next 30 to 60 days because of something that we're about to do. We're about to close a pretty big deal on the back end, and I'll speak more about that with you guys as far as marketing. Okay, Go.B Trade House has grew to where we are right now as a company with zero paid advertising, zero. Okay, so you have to understand that there's something major that's about to happen on the back end that we've been working on. Okay, that's going to increase what we're doing at Go.B Trade House to another level. Okay, and we'll speak more in detail about that later on. So the volume in our business is going to increase, but right now, the support for the London session and the volume on the London session is just not enough to continue it. Okay, especially how late it is at night, especially right now. Okay, a lot of our snipers, sometimes we're up, so we see opportunities. What we're gonna do is we'll send out signals in the London session when the time comes, if we're up around that time in our solo alerts or reach our points. But what we're gonna do, guys, as a replacement for the London session, starting next week, we're gonna continue the London session the rest of this week. Okay, so tonight and tomorrow, we'll still have the London. But starting next week, starting on Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to start doing a New York session. Okay, we're going to start a New York session starting next Tuesday and Thursday. All right, and I think this is going to be a very good adjustment, not only for the snipers, but not only for keeping the trade community up late. Because the thing is, sometimes during the London session, it's 2:30 in the morning, it's 3 in the morning. We send out a signal, and 85%, 90% of the trade community sleep. So most people are going to miss those signals. And to me, that's just not fair, right? So I want to make sure that if we're going to send out these signals, people are more alert and they're awake to get these signals. So most people are up in the morning time, all right? And you can tell by the volume we get on Coffee in the Morning with Go.B. So we're going to come up with the time. We're discussing if we're going to do 7 a.m. Central or 8 a.m. Central, and we're gonna put it on the schedule this evening. Okay, we're just discussing the right time when the market's open, because the New York session is very aggressive with gold, with index, with a lot of our currency pairs, our forex crosses and our forex major pairs, very aggressive in the morning. So Tuesday and Thursday of next week, okay, we'll release the time. You guys can meet us on a very exciting New York session. We're gonna have our main sniper team on there. All right, we're gonna have our best guys on there, and we're gonna be able to make money in the morning. And another good thing is we could possibly even get run up the bag challenge trades in the morning as well. Another reason why we don't send out run up the bag challenge trades in the London is because 90% of the trade community is already tucked in their bed, sleeping already, right? Which makes perfect sense because it is late at night. Although we do know the London session is a good session, but we all have to admit that the time frame can be pretty inconvenient, especially when you're still working a 9 to 5. You got kids, you got all that stuff going on. Okay, you can get tired, and it can wear you out with the schedule. So this is going to open up the schedule completely. Okay, so our snipers are going to feel good. Not only that, the trade community could get all the signals that we send out. All right, and it's going to be a really good look, and I'm excited about it. I was speaking to our brother Joe and John Paul about this yesterday, and we were getting excited about it. We were talking about it on the phone because we know what's going to happen on those sessions. So we're going to start off with 2. We're going to start off with Tuesday and Thursday. And depending on the support we get for these sessions, we can add more over a period of time. But we don't want to increase the sessions until the demand increases. All right. Does that make sense? Okay. If you think that's a good idea, you're excited about it, let's get a 777 in the chat. If you're excited about attending the New York session starting next week, starting next Tuesday and Thursday with the sniper team, Go.B Trade House. All right. And possibly imagine getting an extra 2 run up the bag challenge trades in a day, right? Because usually what happens, guys, it takes us maybe 2 to 3 weeks to finish a run up the bag challenge. But if we're doing a New York session, we might be able to finish a run up the bag challenge in a week and a half, and maybe 2 weeks, right? So that's something to think about, because the only reason we don't send out those trades in the London because most people sleep. So instead of getting maybe 2 run up the bag challenge trades, we could possibly get 4 in a day, maybe even 5. So this is going to be really exciting for the group. All right. And yeah, so I'm glad everybody's excited about that. Joe, you got any thoughts on that? Because I know we were discussing that about the time frame or anything about the New York session?
Hope everybody excited about the opportunity to trade in the New York session. I personally have been playing with it myself. You know, trading like right before I wake the kids up for their morning and stuff like that. So around 6:30, 7 o'clock, the market is very volatile. 8 o'clock as well. That's Eastern Standard Time. So we're better get those trade setups. Most of the trades I've gotten into right when the market opens for New York, I've been in them for maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes max, I would say, and I'm smashing 15, 20 pips. So it's just the opportunity for us to be able to go in to the market once the market opens, capitalize off of it. And there's no better feeling than to actually make money like before 9 a.m. basically.
Yeah.
So it's a good feeling. It's going to be a good opportunity for us, and hopefully everybody be able to attend these sessions, even if you're able to just be alert and you know, catch the trade alerts on your phone. So overall, I hope everybody excited about it. Get ready, go to sleep after the agent session. After we get our parameters set, go to sleep, wake up in blue, and then we wake back up, and then we make some more money. So that's the Go.B lifestyle. We'll be traveling and trading every month moving forward. So let's go be trillionaires.
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of trade reviews on Coffee with G.O.B.E, right? Coming off an Asian session, winning those, waking up, winning those, and, and then reviewing it on the coffee call. Okay, there's going to be a lot of dollar signs in the chat. So overall, this is a good look. We're going to start off with 2. We get the support. Okay, we'll add more, but we're going to start off with 2, guys. So I'm excited about it. Everybody look out for the schedule. But I'm going to get with the sniper team later, and we're going to discuss the best time frame to take advantage of the markets for the New York, and then we'll add it to the schedule, and then we'll go ahead and update the schedule in the back office, and we'll go ahead and release it inside of the trade community later on. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this going right now. Our sister Cletus got some nuggets for us this morning. Cletus, how you feeling this morning?
I'm great, Kenneth. How are you? And how are you guys? You know, I was really going to sit back today and listen to the other ladies. And I looked over and saw the men. I said, wait a minute, let me represent. So here I am. Good morning again. And I always have something to say, hopefully to encourage and put thoughts in our heads. I thought about choices. This is something that we deal with every day of our lives. As long as we live, there will always be choices. So I decided to look the word up, not, knowing that we all know what it means, but just to hear it. The definition of choices: an act of selecting or making a decision when faced with 2 or more possibilities. An act of selecting or making a decision when faced with 2 or more possibilities. Let me take you back to the Garden of Eden. Some of you know about it, some of you don't. But here we find Adam and Eve, who was told by God not to eat of a certain tree. A choice was given and a choice was made against what they were told not to do. And that choice that they made affected over 2,000 generations of people, even up until today, where we could have been lounging in the garden, not having to worry, just heaven on earth because of that decision. Now we are still, as I said, making decisions. I believe decisions have been made in our past that we can hear ourselves saying, if I could just go back and change the hands of time, if I could just redo that choice I made. Many decisions we make, these are decisions that we have no idea of the outcome. So we just make it because the decision has to be made and pray that we make the right decision. I was thinking of bring it down to a home. Let's say you meet this girl or this guy, and all of the 8 confirmations are in check for a buy. Someone you would would kind of want to get to know. But on the other side, you see this other person who's looking really good and pleasing to your eyes. So what do? You chose the one that was pleasing to your eyes. But down the line, all of the confirmations were in check, everything you ignored. And down the line, you found out you made a great mistake. Now here come G.O.B.E. You have given another chance to make a decision. Some of you are still wondering whether to stay or whether to go. You remember I said my decision we make are made without any idea of what is ahead of us, most of our decisions. But with G.O.B.E, we have been shown and we have seen. It's not like walking into something, as the song said, walking into darkness. We've already been seen and witnessed success stories. So it's not like we're walking into something that we have no idea of. Because as I said, most decisions we make because we don't know what's going to happen. And I was thinking, I just had 2 people to leave. And I was saying to myself, I have to be honest, sometimes I'm looking at those charts and I'm saying, what the is going on? Looking real close sometimes, hoping something will jump out at me. And I said, okay. I have come close to know some of the team players, team members, and I've become friends with them. Sometimes we even chat on the phone. And I'm looking back and I said, okay, what if I make the decision to go? And months down the line, I look back and here they come and tell me, girl, I'm a 6-figure earner. And then I can hear myself saying, oh my God, if I can only turn back the hands of time. So in my closing, I don't have a lot to say today, but we all have to make a decision. As I said, G.O.B.E has shown us it didn't feed us a bunch of possibilities or bring us into a place with blinders on our eyes, but we see every day the possibilities. We hear what can happen. So I'm in it to win it. I'm just afraid of getting off the ship. If I get off the ship, I may not be able to get back on. If I get on the train, I may not be able to get back on. So as I say, I'm in it to win it. And I like to use sometime now, they say, I came, I saw, and I conquered. So I'm going to conquer this thing, as Kenneth and all of them say, if it takes 2 years, 3 years, whatever. And surprisingly, when I told you guys, when I first saw it, I ran. I said, there's no way. As I like to always say, a child took some crayon and just began to scoop it all across the pages. But I'm going to sit here and now I know how to do my support and resistance. I know how to do my trend line. And I never thought in life I would be able to say I would be able to do anything. So it makes me realize if I can learn that, I can learn this, I can learn that. So stay tuned, realize the choice has to be made and you're the only one to make that choice. But I pray that you make that choice to possibly not stay. And down the road, you'll miss all of the dreams, all of the hopes that you had when you first started to change your life and the life of your people and your children. So, hey, make sure you make the right decision. And remember, the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endureth to the end. Go be blessed. Back to you, Kenny.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's get some 777s in the chat for Ms. Cletus representing Wild Wednesday. Okay, this is still Women of Wealth Wednesday. We're still representing, all right, our sisters. Okay, the woman of G.O.B.E or Soros, all right. Dropping nuggets, guys. She's giving you some inspiration, but she's also giving you guys a realistic view of long-term goals, right? She said it doesn't matter if it takes 1 year or 2 years or 3 years to accomplish this goal, okay? Because in reality, guys, you're on your own time frame. You may see some people have a breakthrough quicker, okay? Maybe you see someone have success in their first 3 months in business, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, why am I not having this success right now? Okay, what's happening to me? Why could they have that? Why are they making $5,000? I'm making $5, right? but the thing is though, you're on your own time frame, okay? And when the time comes, it's going to manifest, okay? You never know what that person does on the back end. You never know what their background may be. You never know how much chart time that they put in, okay, beating on their craft until they actually are able to understand how to do this the right way. It doesn't matter if it takes you 6 months. It doesn't matter if it takes you a year, 2 years, 3 or 4 years. I'm going on my 5th year of trading, okay, and I still, in my view, I'm still a baby in this thing. I have so much to learn. I have so much information, okay, that I could even become an even better trader, okay? And I learn every day on every session I attend, every time I do more education, all right? More repetition on my craft, I learn every day, okay? So this is the last thing I'm gonna say, all right? And I'm gonna pass to our brother Mike Taylor. Stay in student mode, okay? Always be a student. Once you believe that you're a master, you stop learning. You peak yourself. If you remain a student, then you're always going to get better and better and better. I'm going to be a student until the day I got to lead a planet. Okay. And not only just on the charts, but also in life. Okay. Once you become a master, you peak yourself. Stay in student mode. In G.O.B.E Trade House, we're all students. Let's stay in student mode. Let's stay humble and let's continue to learn. All right. And that's how we're going to continue to get better in mastering our craft. Right. Okay. So now let me go ahead and pass it to our brother Mike Taylor. He has some nuggets for us this morning. All right, Mike, how you feeling, brother?
Doing good, Kenny. Doing good, man. And appreciate you. Appreciate Jordan, Vincent, and the rest of the sniper team sending out those great trades. Appreciate the words that Cleveland had to say. Now, one thing I do want to touch on that Cleveland had to say is she said she looked up and she said it's supposed to be Wild Wednesday. She was going to sit back and chill and listen to the ladies talk, but she realized that there was pretty much only men, so she wanted to represent. Ladies, I want to challenge y'all to reach out to myself, Kenny, Carlos, Jordan, it doesn't matter, even Cleta for D or anybody. And if you're willing to say a few words any day, it doesn't have to just be on Wednesday, but any day, we want to hear from you, you know, but especially on Wednesdays, we would rather have the call dominated by the ladies. And we can even find a lady host, that'd be awesome as well. You know what I'm saying? But definitely we want you guys to take over this call. So just reach out to us, let us know, because some of y'all we know, so we reached out to some, but a lot of y'all we don't personally know. So, you know, we don't know who to reach out to. So with that being said, that's that. Now, also today, I do have a few words of encouragement. Jordan, if you can give Jordan a hosting power or a screen share or whatever. Basically, like I told y'all, when I get up in the morning, I tend to listen to positive stuff. And when I listen to those positive stuff, it in turns makes me positive, which means I just grab the mic and I start talking about how I feel at that moment. So this video right here is about courage, having the courage to be successful. I'm gonna go ahead and play it and then we can talk on the back end. Go ahead. In another video, right? I know you're probably wondering, like, why have I all of a sudden just started making these videos, right? Well, to be honest with you, over maybe the last 3 years or so, I've really been kind of interested in motivation. Like, if I can get these words to a broader audience, not only can I make an impact in the world, but obviously motivational speakers get paid pretty good just to talk, right? I mean, who doesn't want to get paid to talk? So what you're actually watching, to be honest with you, you're actually watching me polish and manifest my craft live right here on my YouTube channel, live right here on my Facebook, live on Zoom here with my team. So I'm going to keep recording these videos. I'm going to try to make at least one every day, at least 5 a week. You know, I might take a couple of days off here or there, but I want to keep these videos going because I do have some good messages, and hopefully these words could be something that you can share with somebody that'll get them motivated, help them get their life on the right track. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Now, with that being said, what I want to talk today about is courage, right? Because if you're live here on Zoom with me right now, let me interact with me. Let me get some 777s in the chat right now if you want to be successful, right? I should get a lot of sevens, right? Because everybody wants to be successful, right? But what does it take to be successful? It takes courage. Why does it take courage? Because simple. In order to have courage, you got to be willing to go through things that other people are not willing to go through. Like some people, as soon as they get a couple of obstacles, they turn right around and they go right back to their comfort zone. And obviously their comfort zone is not a place of success. Therefore, they wouldn't step outside the comfort zone to try to be successful because they would already be successful, right? Now, with that being said, in order to have courage, you're going to have to get to a point where you kind of get fed up. And what do I mean by fed up? I mean to the point where you get tired. Like you got to get upset. You got to get mad. Like you can't be like casually going after your goals. Me, I'm a Forex trader. Me, I'm a network marketer. I build businesses, right? The business side, the building business side, I've been through a lot. I went through a lot to get to where I got. And I've been able to be successful at building businesses. Now what I'm doing is working on trying to be a better Forex trader. Now, the fortunate thing for us is when you come into our community, G.O.B.E Trade House, you don't have to actually know how to trade to make money. I'm just going to be honest with you, because we have a master analysis team that literally gives out trades. All you got to do is attend the calls and know what to do with the trade when they send it out, and you can make money. So it actually takes courage to actually go out and educate yourself, because it's easy just to copy trades all day and make money. I do it. All of our teammates do it. We make money, right? But in order to be massively successful, you're going to have to get in this Forex game, and you're going to have to actually learn how to trade on your own, because like I always said, and I'm going to keep coining this phrase, Forex, once you master it and you can just read those charts and just start making money, you become a professional money printer, meaning that you don't have to have nothing. You don't need no resources. All you need is your Wi-Fi and your phone and some money in your account to leverage, and you can go in those charts. Like I've literally seen people take as little as $10 and turn it into 150, then take that 150 and then turn it into 500, then take that 500 and turn it into thousands, and next thing you know, this person is like literally wealthy off a $10 investment. But how did they take $10 and do that? It's because they got in the charts. No different than you going to school for 12 years. You going to school for another 4 years if you went to college. You had to get into those books to get those A's, right? To get those B's, to get that passing grade. Well, if you want to get a passing grade in Forex, you're going to have to get into those books. And I would rather get a passing grade in something that's going to allow me to make millions of dollars than get a passing grade that's something that's going to allow me to go out and look for a job at the end of the day. Something that's going to put me in debt if I'm in college. I don't want that. I want financial freedom. And I know you do too. More importantly, this is a skill set that you can teach to your family and friends, the people that you love. You can literally pass down a legacy. You can pass down this skill set and show your daughter, show your husband, show your son, show whoever, hey, this is how you do this, and they can make money and they can share them information as well. And good news travels fast. Your whole community could be wealthy off Forex, and you could be the stepping stone to get it started. So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to write 2 or 3 goals for your business. And if you're not in business, get in business. get the information and write down 2 or 3 goals, because business is the way. Like, business is the way. Like, if you're working for somebody right now, you're working for their business. Why wouldn't you want your own business? Like, you don't want to always have to work for somebody forever. And even if you keep your job, why not have a business when you get off work that's going to allow you to earn passive income, that's going to allow you to earn money without you having to physically get up, go across town, and do physical work for 8 to 10 hours. Like, you can literally read these charts and start making money. You can literally start sharing this information and earn a residual passive income. So I challenge you to write 2 or 3 things that you really need to do, and then write a plan. Write a plan. And like, if you're on the marketing side of things and you're in G.O.B.E Trade House, you need a marketing plan, let me know. It's actually in the back office already, but if you don't understand it, I can explain it to you. Just reach out. It's in the affiliate marketing section. That is an actual marketing plan. And if you look at the video step by step and then look at the conclusion, it's showing you the different types of plans you can use and how much money you will make if you execute those plans. I don't believe in hope. I don't believe in dreams. I believe in numbers, y'all. I believe in numbers. And the whole time that I've been able to be successful online, building multiple businesses, not having to work a 9 to 5 in over 8 years, other than one little 3-week stretch, the only reason I was able to do that is because I was consistent with my numbers, not my emotions, not getting frustrated or, whatever, just really sticking to the plan. But you got to have a plan. So I challenge you to make a plan to reach those 2 or 3 goals. But once you make that plan, you must make a commitment to not stop when you get tired. Like, you're going to have some days when you don't feel like doing it. You're going to have some days when you get tired, but never stop until you finish. Like, write that plan down. Like, if you look at me right now, I don't know if y'all can really see this, but this is my plan for the day. I got it right here. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing from 12 to 3. I know what I'm doing for 3 to 6. I know what I'm doing for 3 to 9. I know what I'm doing from 9 to 12. Yes, even though I'm making money already, I'm still willing to put in a 12-hour day, because I understand that, hey, if I want to be successful, if I want to really get what I want, then why pity paddle with it? Like, I can get way more done within a day. Like, if I could just sit here and do 2 hours a day, an hour a day, and I can still get results. But if I could do 12 hours, I get even more results. Now, I'm not saying I'm actually going to work 12 hours, just to be clear. This is just giving me a time frame, a 3-hour time frame to complete each one of these sections. It might only take me an hour, 30 minutes or something like that to complete each section, but sometime inside this time frame, I want to finish these things. But I'm willing to put in 12 hours if that's what it takes, because I want to be successful. How bad do you want to be successful? Now, the other thing is, you must understand, and we always talk about this, but we have to keep doing it. When you write down those 3 or 4 goals, I need you to also write down why are you doing it? Who you doing this for? Why do you have to do this? And you need to pen it up somewhere. And when you're working, when you're studying your Forex, when you're working your business and you're sharing information, have your why right in front of you at all times. So when you get tired, you can look at it and say, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm just trying to think of an example. I want to go to sleep. I'm tired, right? But me making sure I can learn this Forex so I can teach it to my daughter is more important than me going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to sleep, but me sharing this information and building my residual income is more important than my sleep right now. Because once your residual is built up, you can sleep as much as you want, and you can sleep in a nicer bed, you know what I'm saying, in a nicer home. When your Forex account is built up, you can sleep in a nicer home, and you can sleep all day and just wake up, do the charts, go back to sleep, do whatever you want. But if you keep going to sleep, then whatever your current situation is, whatever your comfort zone is, you're going to stay in that comfort zone. And it's a reason why you're doing this, because you want to get outside of that zone. You want to grow, right? Like, sometimes people say people change, right? We all supposed to change. It's called maturity. It's called growth. You want to, you want to grow. Another thing is, sometimes people, they're like, hey, I really want to do this. I really want to, but I got some things going on in my life, and it's a struggle. Well, I want to challenge you to turn your struggle into strength. Like turn your struggle into strength, because just like when somebody is lifting weights, right? And they got to struggle to get their weight up. Every time they do that, what they doing? What they doing? They get strength. The muscles get bigger. They get stronger, right? And before you know it, they start hitting it faster. It start going easier. It start going faster because now they're stronger. And then they put more on it and then they struggle some more. So what you got to do is you got to understand that when you're trying to get your goal, you're going to go into some struggles sometimes. You may already be in a struggle. The struggle is maybe the reason why you need to get into business or why you need to stay in business now. Like, to be honest with you, I'm afraid to know what would have happened to my life if I never would have lost those 2 jobs over the same weekend. If they would have allowed me to stay there, if they would have gave me raises, if they would have put me in a supervisor position, if they would have put me in a management position. I'm scared of that. Like, when I think about that, I get so like, wow, I'm so glad that they fired me and I had to go out here and figure out something that was better for me. You know what I'm saying? Not what's best for them. What's best for them is you sitting up in there and you collecting a salary and them working you 40, 60, even 80 hours a week, and you on call and they can just call you up to go do their work while they chilling, while they on the beach. Go out there and do my work, boy. Go out there and do my work, girl. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and do it while the big boss man chilling. Like, you don't want to be that. You want to build you a residual income that's coming in each month. It's worth it. You want to learn how to trade Forex so you can, like, I'm lazy. I'm going to be honest with you. I work so hard because I'm lazy. I want to live a life where I can just chill every day. But I understand in order to get there, I need an abundance of money. And in order to get an abundance of money, I got to bust my butt and I got to work 10 times, at least twice as harder than everybody else. I have to. Like, I have to. I can't work the same rate as every single person on earth and think I'm going to get something different than every single person on earth. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. So if you're out here slow poking and playing around and stuff and thinking you're going to get some real results out here, think again. Reevaluate yourself. Like, you need to resubscribe to your life. Like, for real. Like, we all got some subscriptions, right, that we need to keep. We got some subscriptions we need to renew, and we got some subscriptions we need to cancel. And what I mean by that specifically is this. Sometimes we get so focused on trying to help everybody else and we ain't even helped ourselves yet. Renew your subscription to yourself. You know, sometimes you got friends in your life that, hey, you already got stuff that, like, energy is the new currency, y'all. Like, that's the new money, energy, right? So when you got a job that's already draining 8 hours, 10 hours a day, because here goes the trick. I always tell people this, and this is one of the main reasons I quit working. I'm just going to be honest with you, because when I started doing real math, see, a lot of people get caught up in titles. A lot of people get caught up in what something sounds like instead of what it is, right? So one day, I'm going to give you 2 scenarios. I had a roommate that was making $15 an hour. He was working at, just so people don't know who I'm talking about, I just say he worked at a warehouse, right? It's a very famous warehouse, and, you know, they got some good benefits and all that stuff, right? And my parents would always get on me and say, you should have did what he did. When he was 19, he went and got a job, he kept a job, and now he got a house, and he making $15 an hour and stuff. That could have been you, but you wanted to go DJ, and you wanted to drive ice cream trucks and sell CDs, and you always trying to come up with a hustle. You know what I'm saying? That's what they told me, right? So now, to be honest with you, when I was selling those CDs, I was getting bread. When I was DJing, I was getting money. You know what I'm saying? They had some down times, but I was getting paid. You know, I would have $1,000 nights, $700 nights. You know what I'm saying? $2,000 weekends. I was getting money. You know what I'm saying? At the club. So I don't know what they was talking about, but they didn't understand what I was making because I didn't tell everybody how much money I was making, but I was getting paid. So when my roommate, one day I went into his room to get something and I saw his paycheck by mistake. And when I saw his paycheck, it was like for like $900 plus for 2 weeks. I said, damn,
I said, man, I make $1,000 some nights. And you mean to tell me that everybody's talking about that he's doing it right? But he's working 40 hours a week on demand, sometimes even overtime, but usually 40 hours a week. And the only thing he's bringing home in a 2-week period is $900+. So I started doing that math. I said, hold up. I said, $15 times 40 is $600 a week. You do that times 2 weeks, that's $1,200. You take out taxes, you take out any little benefits you might got, you know what I'm saying? Health benefits, 401k or whatever. That's how you come up with a $900 check for 2 weeks. So that totally discouraged me right off the bat. I said, wow. I said, I'd be damned if I had to be to work at a place. Dude had been there for like 10 years. And to be working at a place for 10 years and the only thing I'm getting in return is $900 every 2 weeks, y'all got to be kidding me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody try to make it seem like $15 an hour is a good job. That sounds terrible. You know what I'm saying? That sounds terrible to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it's good for people that want to, quote unquote, live in between their means and live a very basic lifestyle. But like, what can you really do with that? You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of money, especially if you're the one paying all the bills. Now, here goes another scenario. Now, let's just say you are making $20 an hour, right? When you let's just say you work a 9 to 5, right? Now, let's be real, y'all. People say you don't want to invest in no business, right? I don't want to invest in a business. But don't you got to get to work every day? Like, doesn't it cost money to drive to work every day? Doesn't it cost money to put maintenance on that car, to pay that car note, you know, all the stuff that you need to make sure that you can get to work? Doesn't that cost money? Like, doesn't it cost money to make sure that you got nice? If they don't have a uniform for you, you got to make sure you look nice. You don't want to look, you know, dirty at work. You want to make sure your hair cut. You want to make sure your hair done. You want to look nice. It's no different. For some jobs, it's like a fashion show. It's no different than when you was in high school and you had to be fresh every day. You know what I'm saying? You got to be fresh at work every day. You want to look good. You don't want like no bum, right? You know, especially if you got one of them jobs where you got to wear a suit every day or you got to dress business casual and stuff like that. Doesn't that cost money to have to do that every single day, 5 days a week? You're investing already. That's one thing. Two, when they tell you you're making $20 an hour, that's a freaking lie. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, you're going to pay some taxes out of it. So that's one. But two, if I got to be there at 9, don't I got to wake up at least by 7 o'clock? At least most responsible adults. You know, some people wake up at 8:30 and run out the door, some breath stinking and all this stuff. That's them. But most people, before you go to work, you want to make sure you look good, smell good. You know, you want to make sure you're alert, awake. So you're going to get up and then you got to travel as well. So you got to get up at least by 7, most people, right? So once you get up at 7, you're already on the clock for them, whether you want to admit it or not, before you punch in, because everything you are doing is for them so you can get prepared for them so you can work for them. Now, so you already put 2 hours in before you got there, including travel on your own dime, on your own gas. Now, once you get off work, right? The funny part is if you get off at 5, you getting off at the same time everybody else getting off. You're going to try to pick your kids up at the same time everybody else trying to pick their kids up. You're trying to go grab you something to eat before you get home at the same time everybody else is. You're going to be in the traffic jam in most cities. It's not going to be zoom, zoom, zoom. You got to get in the traffic. So it might literally be another hour or two before you get home. And then even when you get home, before you actually get settled, where you're like, I'm relaxed, it might be 8, 9 o'clock at night. So let's be real. At the very least, you really giving them 12 hours. So if you're making 20 times 8, that's $160 a day. But then they're gonna tax you for like $30. So you only making $30, $130. Let's just go ahead and say $120 to make it even. And then you didn't work 12 hours. 12 times 10 is what, $120, right? You know, so you take that $120, you divide it by 12, that leaves you with $10 an hour. So they told you was making 20, but the hours that you putting in, and we ain't even talked about that haircut you had to get the day before. We ain't even talking about that outfit you bought last weekend for work. You might be making $6 an hour. And don't be paying child support. You working for free, even with a $20 hour job. Now I'm exaggerating a little bit. You making more than that, but you get my point. That's a lie. So when I figured out that I have to damn near make $50 an hour in order to be satisfied, then why am I wasting my time in that lane? Because there's no jobs out there that I'm qualified for that's finna pay me $50 an hour. So guess what I decided to do? I decided to go get it myself because we blessed. We blessed to have a phone in our hands. We blessed to be able to connect with people all over the world. I don't have to wait on nobody. I don't have to go drive across town or drive across the world to network with people. I can network people right here from my phone. Even if your phone off, as long as you got Wi-Fi, then you can make a difference in this world and you can make a difference in your life. So if you got people in your life and they count you out, go back and tell them they don't know how to count because you're finna go for it. But just remember, they always say that your gift will make room for you, but a lot of us don't want to make room for the gift. So look at your life. Look at the things that you wasting time on that's not helping you reach your goals. Remove those things. For now, you can go back and watch Love and Hip Hop later. You can watch the basketball games later. You can hang out and play video games with your friends later. Fellas, you can hang out with these chicks and do all this stuff later at a much higher level once you get that paper. Ladies, you know what I'm saying? You can do all the things that you want to do. You can hang out and have girls' night out and all that stuff later. But right now, it's time to get this paper. So I want to motivate you to do that. So don't forget what I said. Write down 3 or 4 goals that you need to complete this year in your business. And if you ain't started a business, start one. Trust me, it's going to help you during tax time as well. Get with a tax provider. But anyway, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're on YouTube. If you are on Zoom right now, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to today's message. And if you're on Facebook, please like and share this message. And if anybody wants to know what I do as far as making money online, reach out to me. I will tell you about my Forex business, and I will also show you how to get passive and residual income. Also, if one of my team members happen to share this video with you, don't contact me, contact them so they can help you get started with the business and go ahead and answer any questions you got so they can get credit for helping you join. Go be great. See you on the next video. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. I think I said enough, you know what I'm saying? So I was just passing it back to you, Kenny, but I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. Thank you.
All right, perfect. And Mike Taylor, let's get some 777s in the chat for Mike Taylor for putting together this content for everybody to get us motivated. Okay, that definitely takes work. Okay, just think about the setup, you know, him getting inspired and the speaker from his soul, and then giving it to us so we can get inspired by some of his words. Okay, so we appreciate that, Mike. One of my nicknames for Mike Taylor is the Job Slayer. Mike Taylor would make you want to walk off your 9-to-5 right now. You guys just got to be careful about that. He make you want to get off right now because the way he broke that down, we always talk about that all the time, how he broke down the numbers and your time frame. We're so blessed to be in this type of vehicle that we're in, where we could be entrepreneurs and have real goals to have time freedom, financial freedom, all right? And then be amongst your peers of like-minded people, okay? And rather to do something that you really don't want to do, okay, and then have financial dependency on somebody else, because there's really no job security in that. The only security you could have on for any job is the job that you have for yourself, okay? And if you have this skill of trading Forex, all right, where you could literally open up your smartphone, fund a few dollars in your account. Once you learn how to do what Mike Taylor said, once you learn how to take a $10 account to $100 or a $100 account to $1,000, okay, or a $1,000 account to a $10,000 account, all right, you are financially free. And that's what the skill does for you, why the education is important, why your participation is important, okay? You could never be broke You could lose everything in the world and you could go pick up a $10 bill and build yourself back up. Okay, that is having that in the back of your mind is a piece of security. Now that's true job security right there, right? So other than that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it. You know, I really appreciate everybody attending Coffee with Go this morning. Joe, do we have a lunch and learn after this?
Yes, sir. We'll do a lunch and learn. We'll take a about a 12-minute intermission, and then we'll go right back into it. Today's topic is going to be, I would say, a little bit beginners, but it's going to deal with working trading view, and then also talking about candlesticks. So we'll try to combine those two in today's lunch and learn session.
All right, perfect. So everybody who wants to stay on for the lunch and learn, take your nuggets to the next level, your game to the next level. 30 minutes of your time. Stay on right now. We're going to go ahead and stop the recording. I'm going to give host power to our brother Jordan. All right. And we'll see everybody tonight on the Asian session. And again, next week, we're going to start the New York session. Okay. So everybody, I hope you're excited about that. Look out for the calendar updates. All right. And we're going to make that happen. Everybody, go be great. Go be a beast. And go be in Miami. Can't wait to see everybody. Peace, everybody. Have a great day.
Hey, I see a couple of y'all message me asking me for that video. I'm just gonna put the whole playlist here in the chat right here. So if you grab that playlist, that's all 4 of the videos